Okay, so with that, we'll try and do some self-tractioning stuff if you feel safe for that, Robert.
Yes, I do. I've been trying to do something.
Okay, and then, so if you have the double tennis ball set up with the sock,
I do.
okay.
I do too.
Okay, and Annette, do you have more than one tennis ball?
Yes, if I get it. Just a minute.
Okay, go get them. Let's go do this. So, tie off your sock. So put the balls in the sock, tie off the sock very close to the edge so that you keep the balls together. I'm lazy, so I like to buy stuff, and this is what I bought. It's great, but you can do it with the sock just as well. Some people, some dancers, they like duct tape them together so that they never come apart. I like the sock because I like flexibility. Set that aside for later. Stand single. So Annette, you still have a single ball? Oh, so good. Robert set you up so well. She's got all the balls. It's great. Here we go. So we're gonna step on the ball and roll the ball forward. So stomping and smushing. Stomping and smushing. Oh. Yes, so Robert, kudos for being here. Taking the first step forward into life in a new normal, and your posture looks excellent. Like I've never known you before. So that's a good thing. And your breathing. Breathing is going to be really important. Pain does take your breath away. So, restoring your breathing. We're working our way from the inside of the foot to the middle and then to the outside of the foot. And then we'll stay on that foot. Make sure the ball's underneath you, heels on the floor, tennis ball is just behind the ball of the foot. Let the toes relax down and trying to form over the ball a little bit. And then roll the ball from side to side, massaging the latitudinal arch of the foot. And if you want to work your way more forward over the ball, then you get more of the latitudinal mid-arch. That's fine. As much pressure as you feel necessary. And then we're going to do our foot doming. So you bring the tennis ball underneath the ball of the foot, where the pad is, pretty much in the middle. And then you're going to spread your toes wide like a fan, reach out, wrap, lift, and pull. The claw. Spread, reach, wrap, lift, and pull. Spread, reach, wrap, lift, and pull. And we'll do one more time, and we'll change sides. Spread, reach, wrap, lift, and pull. And then change sides. Starting on the inside, stepping and smushing the ball forward. Good old stomp and smush. Breathing in and breathing out. In other baby news, Everett slept in his big kid bed all night last night until 7 in the morning. From 8:20 till 7 in the morning. It was amazing. Once you get out to the outside edge of the foot, bring the ball just behind the ball of the foot. So there's the pad where we do the doming, and then there's just behind. Then you're going to drape the foot over the ball, front ways all around, and then we're going to arc the foot over the ball, inner side of the foot and outer side of the foot. In and out. In last time, in and out. Okay, and then we'll bring the ball directly underneath the ball of the foot, underneath the pad. Heel on the floor, knee bent. The claw. Spread, reach, wrap, lift, and pull. Spread, reach, wrap, lift, and pull. And just check in with your toes to be sure the toes aren't crossing over. Spread, reach, wrap, lift, and pull. So if the toes are crossing over, don't grab so much. Keep them wide. So it's less wrapping, lifting, but still lift and still try to pull the ball towards you, just not with your toes. Think of more of the arch of the foot. Last time. Okay. All right, single ball, done. We're gonna set that out of the way so that we don't step on it inadvertently. Bring your heels and your feet underneath your hip sockets to align your bones of your pelvis. And then what we're gonna do, we have two options today. One is my favorite grip. So you're gonna self-traction your skull if this feels okay, Robert, to do it like this, using the heel of the hand on the underneath side of the neck. And your elbows are slightly forward, so the tops of the shoulders can relax, so you know the sweet spot for yourself. Pull yourself up and feel how that lengthens the back of the neck, that your chin drops down slightly. So there's this version, and we're gonna do our heel drops like this. I feel very stern when I do it like this, but you're creating some spaciousness, so you're trying to lift up, keeping space between the neck vertebra. The other version you can do is just drop your hands down and relax. Pay attention to the sensations you have at the bottom of the pelvis and the pelvic floor. And notice if there's any difference in feeling front of the pelvis versus the back of the pelvis between the sit bones. And then we're going to come to a stopping point. Feel your spine lengthening. Feel the circulation going through the body. And now we will come down to the floor. Still sticking with the single, we're going to go back to the single tennis ball. Let me change my camera angle here. Okay. Tennis ball on the butt until I get my glass floor. This I'm going to show you like this. So you're going to have the tennis ball, you're going to sit on the floor, tennis ball underneath the glute, close to the tailbone, well the sacrum, and you're going to move yourself over the ball up and down like this, working your way to the outside of the glute. And then you're going to roll over onto your side, and you're going to lie on your side and try and massage in this triangulation point between the greater trochanter, the hip bone in the front, and this side flank, I guess, for lack of a better term, this little triangular area here. Okay. So, starting with the ball, you can be up on your elbows or you can be further up. If you have your arms straight, it's easier on your neck the more vertical your body is. And yeah, so if you're on your elbows, it's harder for the neck. If you're on your hands, it's harder for the wrists. Humans, we suffer. It's the condition. Oh, sorry, just found a nugget. Pam, I think it's some of that hip work we did yesterday. Ay, ay, ay. And getting onto the side. Are you feeling yourselves turn into opera singers right now? I feel like I'm about to sing an aria. Particularly around the sit bone itself. Oh my gosh. And now we're going to be on the side. Come onto the elbow. You can either do a pressure point release, so kind of lower yourself onto the ball and try and relax over the ball. And then find another spot and move it. Or you can roll around. But this can sometimes be so tender for some of us, particularly near the greater trochanter. If you have any pain in side lying, or up towards the front hip bone, just behind it, that's another sweet spot because that's where all these muscles, hip stabilizers attach. I'm not going to quit my day job, but I do think my singing is improving. Polly's done with that side, so let's do the other side. Oh man, just finding all these sweet spots. We could spend all day. So starting from the sacrum, the middle of the back of the pelvis, watching your shirts, working your way up and down. I'm using my legs. Okay. It's funny, you think, with all this sitting that we're doing, you would think your glutes wouldn't be that tender, but it's the inverse. It's like it almost makes it worse. Oh man. Man, oh man, Shavitz. Okay. I can't take it anymore. Annette, are you a giggler? When you get in pain, you start to giggle? Yes, I can tell that. That's a normal human thing too, where it's just like just too much and they just can't. Getting on the side. Okay. And I found another sweet spot. There are a couple little sweet spots here. Take a moment to breathe. Relax to the rest of the body. Okay, come on off of that. Sit bone circles. So, this one gets a little weird. Find your sit bone. You're going to be sitting on the ball. We're going to allow the sit bone to circle in between the valley between the tailbone and the sit bone, in between the space between the pubic bone and the sit bone, underneath the sit bone on the hamstring, and all the way around to the outside. It's unique. I'd like to start above the sit bone. So if you imagine that if you're standing, looking at the back of your pelvis, 12 o'clock is above the sit bone, 3 is to the outside, 6 is to the bottom underneath, and 9 is to the inside. We're going to reverse time if you're on your right side, right? So you're going to start at 12, you're going to go around to 9, around the bony landmark of the sit bone, through the tailbone and the pubic bone valley, which is pretty far. Then you're going to go to 6, and then you're going to go to 3. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You're just trying to circle the entirety of the sit bone. And you're going to change sides after about the 4th time. Okay, changing sides. So now we're going to go forward in time if you're on the left, back in time if you're on the right. So about 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6, and 9. Just 4 circles. Okay. Now we are ready to ditch this tennis ball. Socks, double balls. Gus is already exhausted. He worked really hard. We're going to bring the 2 balls. We'll start at the neck today so we can get some other exercises in. Usually I like to start at the bottom and work my way all the way up with kind of a rocking sensation. So you'll lie down, and we're going to start by holding the ball just above C7. You're going to hold the ball with your fingers in place, and you're going to turn your head from side to side, and then you're going to shake your head yes. So you're going to alternate between shaking your head no and yes. And you have to hold the balls in place because of the curve of the neck. It's large enough so that you might not necessarily feel a lot of contact here. So go ahead and roll over onto your side, lie down. Oh dear, did I freeze? I did. We're back. That worked. So here we are. Oh. Somehow I also got muted. Okay. Behind the neck, lying down, holding the balls in place. And you want to feel a sense of keeping your neck along a central axis. Let the back of your head drop down into the floor and feel the cheekbones really heavy so that the chin drops slightly. So the neck is the back of the neck is slightly elongated. And then from there, just try to turn the skull, and you're going to hear your hair crinkling on the floor. So we're starting at the bottom of the neck, and I'm holding the balls in place because I feel like they start to ride up. And then come to the center, and you're going to gently nod your head yes, and notice how as the chin drops towards the neck, the pressure of the balls increases. And then we're going to roll the ball up one level to the next vertebra. And then you'll say no, scraping your hair on the floor behind you, trying to keep the neck centered. So this is different from the exercise we did on the roller last week. Keep breathing in and out. Bring the head back to center, and then gentle nodding. So you're increasing the pressure. And then move the balls up a level. Once the balls are now up a little higher, you might need to support the back of your head because it might be too much pressure. So I still have maybe one more level to go because I've got an extra long neck. Just you work your way up.
Harriet, I'm unclear as to where we started.
Oh, at the bottom of the neck.
Where?
At the bottom of the neck.
So you're partly almost on your shoulders.
I was above the knobby bone here, the C7 vertebra. And then,
I don't know the C7 from that.
oh, you no, the C.
I only can go up 2. I can't go up 3 levels.
I can go up 4 because I got a giraffe neck. So if you can only go up 2, just take longer. We're just trying to work segmentally through the neck, giving different areas our full attention. So starting with no and then yes. And now you're basically at the occiput, which is the base of the skull, where all the neck muscles start to attach. So you're really on your skull, the bottom of your skull more than your neck. Hold the balls in place, and then you're going to shake your head no. So Robert, you can also, if it's uncomfortable to have your arms like this, you can wedge a towel underneath the space in the neck to hold the balls in place. So saying no, 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 no. Don't make me do hard abdominals, Harriet. Okay, not right now. And then you're going to say yes, 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 and you're going to feel that you're rolling the balls forward and backwards. And then you're going to do small circles of the nose, like you have a laser pointer on your nose, and you're going to draw a circle just slightly, maybe a foot above your knees, around the size of a coffee cup, and then reverse. Work the ball up a little bit higher, saying yes, saying no, hearing your hair scrunchel underneath the balls. And then we'll circle, coffee cup size circles, 4 in each direction, about a foot above the height of the knees. And then remove the balls and rest 1 second. Well, we're going to do our lying down figure 4 stretch since we're here. So cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And then pick up your left foot and thread the arms through the space between the right and the left leg and hold behind the left thigh. So Annette, Annette, open, you're not going to cross at your knees. We're going to do I hate to gender specify, but it's like my mom would always cross her legs like this because it's ladylike to keep your knees together. We're doing the man spreading version, so you want to keep your knee apart so there's a space. Exactly, and then put your hands between the space between the legs and then pull. So grab behind your left thigh and and then so the left hand's on the outside and the right hand's on the inside. And then hoist the leg up using your arms. Ta-da! Robert, relax, Robert, you're doing great. Does it feel more comfortable? Maybe you need a pillow so that you don't have to hold your head up. You can keep relaxing. And that's like, I'll definitely get a pillow. And change sides. And were you giggling a lot with that last one? I think you were. Yep, she was laughing a lot. Change legs. So crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, right arm on the outside of the right leg, left hand in between the legs, lift the right foot off of the floor, and then hold behind the right thigh. Yeah. Life will never be the same, Annette. Robert, this side looks much easier for you. Yeah. Breathe and lengthen. Feel the weight of gravity bring your pubic bone down towards the floor and the chest opening up and around. And then put the foot, let go, put the foot down, and uncross the legs. You stay right there. Don't move a muscle. Okie dokies. So Robert, you're going to skip this part on all fours. You're going to do a version lying down. I'm going to leave it up to you to do your version. Okay? Is that good? Okay. So the rest of us are going to lie on all fours. Which means lie on all fours, which means kneel. We're going to get our abdominals and then we're going to lie down again. Slightly different from last week. So all fours kneeling. You're going to breathe in, and then as you exhale, you're going to pull the abdominal wall up and away from the floor, keeping the spine and the pelvis really long. You're going to breathe in, and you're going to breathe out. Yep, you're just breathing in, and breathing out. On the inhale, you're letting your organs drop down into the sling of the abdominal wall. And exhale, then you're going to lift the organs up back into place, into their usual habitat. Inhale, expand. Exhale, cradling them. You're going to cradle them up and in. One more time. And out. Okay. Coming back, roller. Robert, rejoin for roller work. Oh, Gus, I think I have to move you, Gus. I think I have to move you. Yeah, we gotta move you. Okay. Make sure you have space to reach your arms and legs in multiple directions. We're going to lie lengthwise on the roller. Ouch. Okay. Bring your feet somewhat close together. So with your hands on the floor, and once you're lying on the roller, with your head and your tailbone fully supported by the roller. You're going to bring your feet all the way together. Big toe joint together, ankles together. And then you're going to widen your heels to separate the heels as far as you can go. And then you bring your toes in line with your heels, so the feet are parallel and pointing straight ahead. So now your knees are about 2 to 3 inches apart. The feet are parallel. You're breathing. You're allowing gravity to help open the front of the body and widen the front of the body, keeping the bottom ribs widening and dropping down, giving into gravity. And you're going to focus on breathing into the sides and the backs of the ribs, like the back of the rib cage is going to drop down below the roller as you inhale. And then as you exhale, keep that weightedness and bring the front to the back. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing out. Bringing your attention on the next few breaths to the bottom of the pelvis. As you inhale, feeling the bottom of the pelvis moving towards your feet. And as you exhale, that you're lifting it up actively up into the pelvis. So the inhale expands the pelvic floor down. And exhale. And again, you can think of the image of the organs. So the organs are sliding down towards the feet on the inhale. And as you exhale, the pelvic floor is hugging the organs up and into the body. 2 more breaths with this focus. And out. And one more time. In. And out. Now we're going to keep that breath sequence alive. You're going to straighten your elbows and touch your fingertips to the floor or the palms. Keep the collarbones wide and open and allow gravity to allow the chest to open comfortably. You're going to inhale and slide your collarbones like they're flapping wings, flapping up towards behind your head. Arms stay down by your sides, and exhale, wings go down. Inhale, wings come up. Up meaning behind your head, meaning back. And exhale, forward. Let me get my terms working here. Inhale, back. And exhale, forward. One more time. Inhale, back. So your hands or fingers are sliding on the floor. And exhale, forward. Then we're going to do some shoulder circles. Hands are still by your sides with the palms facing down. And you're going to start by bringing the shoulder blades together. Bring the tops of the shoulders back. Bring them up to the ceiling and then forward. And then you're going to keep circling in this direction 3 more times. Inhaling as you go back and up, and exhaling to come forward and down. One more time, 2 more times. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And one more time, inhaling up and exhaling down. And then you'll reverse. So the fronts of the shoulders come forward and up to the ceiling, back and down. Inhaling forward and up and back and down. Forward and up and back and down. And one more time, forward and up and back and down. Good. Lengthen your spine, re-lengthen the back of your neck, and inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling, and then exhale again. Palms are facing each other. Hands are the outside width of your shoulders. So make sure there's space for your rib cage to rest comfortably between your arms. Stretch your arms so that the elbows are straight and the bones are aligned vertically, one on top of the other. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, slide them back down. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, back down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. 3 more. Inhale up, and exhale down. 2 more. Keep the pelvis active on the exhale. Last time. Now you're going to tee your right arm open to the right as you inhale. Keep the legs and the pelvis stable. And then exhale. Feel the pelvis and the pelvic floor hugging the organs in, and then the arm coming up. Inhale to expand. And open the left arm to the left. Exhale, pelvic floor rises, organs are hugged in, and the arm comes up. Inhale, open the right. Good. Exhale, pelvis and arm. Inhale, open the left. Good. And exhale. Good, people. And now widen your hands from your start position. So, yeah. And exhale. That's good. Good. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Last time. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Turn your palms to face your legs. So the thumbs are pointing towards each other. You still have enough space for your body to exist between your arms, and the bones are still aligned vertically. You're going to inhale, reach your right arm back and your left arm forward, and exhale to come back to the start position. Inhale, split the arms front to back, left arm back, right arm forward, and exhale, come up. You don't have to reach behind you very far. Inhale, one back, one forward. Exhale, return. Inhale, left back, right forward. Exhale, return. Be sure to keep the arm that's reaching back fully stretched. It's very tempting to want to bend the elbow. So just reduce the range of motion rather than bend the elbow. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Last set. Inhale back. Really nice energy through the arms, Robert. Good, Pam. Good, Annette. Good, Polly. Good, everybody. Good. Okay. Now, you're going to inhale. 2 arms will reach back. Expand the ribs behind the roller, and exhale. Feel the front of the rib cage dropping down and widening to bring the arms back up. Inhale, reaching back. And exhale to bring them back up. 2 more like this, then we're going to change our focus. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bottom ribs in the front dropping down and wide. Last time like this, then we're going to add on. And exhale. Just bring your arms down for a moment. Touch the fronts of your rib cage. And then draw a V just above the pubic bone. So we're going to imagine that the arms are going to connect all the way to the pubic bone via this wide V from the ribs to the pubic bone. So we're going to reach our arms back up with the palms facing our legs. As you inhale, you're going to expand the abdominal cavity. And as you exhale, you're going to feel the pelvic floor elevating underneath, bringing the organs up towards the ribs, and exhaling, feeling the arms being pulled back and in from the pelvis, from the front of the pubic bone. So inhale, reaching back, expanding, and exhale, as the bottom ribs drop down and wide, you feel the energy from the pubic bone pulling the arms up to the start position. And if that image doesn't work for you, just do what we were doing before. Focus on elevating the pelvic floor as the initiation before moving the arms. One more time. And out. Good. Bring the arms all the way forward and down. Robert, you stay here. Everyone else, you're going to rock from side to side on the roller. Of course, Robert, if you want to come off, we're going to switch into all fours kneeling though, so you can either be flat on the floor or you can stay on the roller. I think you might. We'll see. So just rocking from side to side. Use your arms and legs to help you come off the roller if you're doing so now, and then just take 2 seconds or so to feel yourself lying on the floor and how three-dimensional your spine feels in your back. Then roll over onto your side. We're going to come onto all fours with the roller. This is when we're doing, so Robert, toe taps, double leg taps, or double leg reach will be good modification for this, or variation rather. So everyone else, you get to crawl up onto your roller. We're going to have the roller just behind, at the top of the shin. You're going to have a sense, remember, don't forget all of our work from last month, where you want to feel your hands wide, you want to feel a sense of pushing yourself, almost like you're going to push yourself back, but you're not going to move your body. So a sense of pushing back and down into the floor to keep the width and the serratus muscles feeling, wrapping the shoulder blade to the rib. Zip. And then from here, we're going to do some scapular glides. Allow the spine and the pelvis to stay elongated and in their neutral position. Inhale, allow the rib cage to slide down between your arms, and exhale, push into the hands and feel the shoulder blades spread wide to return. Inhale, shoulder blades down together, and exhale, shoulder blades apart. Inhale, together, exhale, apart. Keep the back of the neck really long. Inhale, together, exhale, apart. One more time. Inhale, together, and exhale, apart. From here, we're going to use the pubic bone sense of pulling, and then you're going to pull the knees towards the chest, rolling the roller. The pelvis will drop down a little bit, and then return. Exhale, pull from the pubic bone to initiate the pull, and hips, knees come forward in front of the pelvis. 3 more times. Exhale, pubic bone towards the ribs, ribs towards the pubic bone. Swing the knees forward. Good, and back. Very nice, people. 2 more times. Exhale. Pam, keep lengthening the back of your neck. Good, 1 more time. Good. Sit back and rest. So Pam, because of your proportions of your arms, this is harder for you because you're on a downhill slope. So if, for example, you're on a downhill slope like this, you can't look straight ahead because it's shortening the back of the neck. So since we're on a neck thing today, you're going to be looking, so your arms are going to be here. So imagine my arms are straight, right? So you're going to be looking more a little bit back towards the roller, and that's going to be your neutral position for your head. Okay, because we're not going to do the 2 ones again. We're going to do single knee pull. Annette, are you sweating yet? No? Okay, good. This one should make you sweat. One chin or single leg back, single knee pull with a single leg reach. Oh, yeah. So, this one, we have one knee on the roller. Make a little space here. One knee on the roller. Two hands on your mat. Level out the hips. And first, we're going to reach I have my left knee on the roller, reach your right leg back, and in, and reach out, and in, and reach out, and in, and reach out, and in. Then we do a single knee pull, keeping the right knee still. Pull the left knee in, and to the start. Exhale, pull in, and to the start. And exhale, pull in. Keep pushing out to the arms, down and forward, in and out. And then we do a combination. Back and forward and back. Back and forward and back. Pam, take it easy with this one. And back, and one more time. Oh. And ta-da. I stuck that up in there. Sorry about that. Bye, Robert. Enjoy your PT. Other side. So one shin on the roller just below the knee. It can come slightly more towards the shin. Be sure the hands are still underneath the shoulders. One thigh is floating on an imaginary roller. Yep, and then that thigh is reaching back and in. Back and in. Back. And that you're doing amazing. And in. And one more time back. So are you all. Good. Then the other roller is going to swing forward. The roller thigh is going to swing forward and to start. Exhale, forward to start. Forward to start. One more time. Forward to start. And then we do our combination. Free leg back, roller forward, and then we switch. Forward. Forward, and back, and forward, and back. And we're done with that. Wasn't that fun? Place the roller, this is a different thing. Place the roller in between the legs, in between the shins, lengthwise. And we're just going to do a little quad stretching. So we're going to sit down and stand up. Stand. Sit down and stand up. Feel the heels squeezing the roller a little bit, sitting down. Yeah. And stand up. And we're trying to work the rear part of the leg underneath the sit bones to gather that in and under to open the front of the hips. Yeah. Back. And the more we feel like the sit bones are coming together and forward, the tailbone coming forward towards the pubic bone, the easier it is to do that. Down. And up. Only 50 more. And up. And down. I call this packing your suitcase. You have to bring the suitcase forward and lift it up from underneath you. Don't leave it behind. This is leaving the suitcase behind. Yep. Right. Good, Polly. That's really good. One more time. From here, you're going to fling your right shin forward. Bring the roller forward so that you have some sense of a through line, so there's enough space for the roller to be here between your legs. And then we're going to lunge a little bit forward to open the front of the left hip. So right knee over the right toes with the heel just in front of the right knee. And then we're going to go forward just to the level of the toes and back. And forward. We didn't even get to the long band today. And back. We'll try it. Hold something or reach your arms out to the side. And have that sense of the suitcase going forward, even though you have one knee forward. Good. Hold the roller. Change legs. Now, depending on your hip preferences, your pelvic preferences, I'm noticing I'm having a much harder time balancing on this side. And much harder. I have most of my weight on my right hip and the roller's like underneath my left thigh. We're trying to get the roller underneath the pelvis. And you're just going forward. And this is just to bring your awareness to where your pelvic preferences lie. And back. Yeah, that looks good, Annette. This is your easier side. Yeah. Polly, this is also your easier side. You can drop the left hip bone down a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Good. And Pam, you just look like you could do this all day. One more time. Good. Coming on out of this situation here. Okay. I think we have to do some tummy time. We're not going to do the big loop today, but we are going to grab our bands. Okay. Set the roller aside. Fold the long band in half. Keeping it relatively smooth. If it's got a twist in it, that's fine. And then you're going to fold it in quarters. So fold that half in half. So now we have a 4-ply band. And you're going to hold either side. We're going to get it behind our back. And we're going to lie on our stomach. But we're going to be able to, you're going to have your hands the width of your body. So that you could have your arms in a normal position here with the hands slightly in front of you. So you don't want it so tight. So if you're holding the very edges, that's good, right? Or if you've got a little bit more, no tension on the band, no tension at all. So that's our position, but we're going to be lying down. So get yourself onto your stomach and rest the band over the backs of the legs. And you can turn your head to the camera for a moment so that you can see what's going on. So, or you can stay upright. So I'm going to float my head just off of the floor. Feel my pubic bone dropping down and pulling slightly forward, and the fronts of the hips elongating and opening. And so when I do that, I feel the backs of my legs start to activate a little bit. Reaching my legs behind me. And then I'm going to allow my shoulders to roll in towards the floor, and then I'm going to roll them open and lift up a little bit, or in back mostly. In and forward, and roll them out and reach back. In, all the while pulling the pubic bone towards the rib cage, and out and back. And I'm just hovering my head, and out and back. Okay? And then we're going to add on to this. You don't know what we're doing? Internal rotation of the arm, external rotation of the arm. Internal, external. Internal, external. And you're just floating the head. So, we're going to do 8 of these. Hovering the nose off of the mat, feeling the cheekbones lifted to the ceiling, and projecting light through the crown of the head. Internally rotate the shoulders, and then you're going to externally rotate the shoulders and reach the hands back and slightly up. So your head and your chest might float up a little bit more. Internally rotate the shoulders, bring the hands down. Externally rotate the shoulders, reach back and slightly up to open the chest. Internally rotate. Good. Externally rotate, reach and lift. Good. And that keep the back of the neck nice and long, so you're not going to look forward. You're still looking down. I think we have 4 more. 4 more, yeah. Back. Keep the pubic bone coming towards your ribs. Good. And it's mostly about reaching back. One more time. And back. And turn your head and rest. So hopefully you're feeling very warm through this mid-back between the shoulder blades, bottom of the ribs. Okay. Now, leave the band where it is. You're going to reach your arms overhead. They can be wider than the shoulders. Open your legs slightly apart. We're going to start with opposite arm raise. So building on that feeling of what we did, but now our arms are reaching overhead, you're going to float your right hand up and feel the right ribs start to come up and back down. So there's a little bit of rotation here. Left arm lifts up. Feel the left ribs starting to lift up, and you're kind of tipping to the right, down. Right arm, right ribs up, and the head floats up too, and down. Left arm, left ribs, and down. One more set. Right arm, right ribs, and down. And left arm, left ribs, and down. Good. Bend your elbows, bring your forehead, stack up your hands and bring your forehead onto the backs of the hands. Now we'll do left leg up and down, and right leg up and down. Left leg up, good, and down. Now you can widen your legs a hair. Yep, and down, good. Left up and down, right up and down. Last set like this, right up and down, left up and down. Bend the left knee. Now we're going to add a little bit of rotation through the pelvis. So be sure to keep the pubic bone pulling forward a little bit. Lighten the left thigh and start to reach the the left foot to the right. So the left side of the pelvis is going to come off of the mat and come back down. We're going to do that 3 more times. So you float the left thigh up, reach the left foot to the right, across the right leg, and the left hip is going to come up and down. Up meaning, so we're going to like we're going to roll over onto our side, but you're going to keep the right side grounded. And one more time, up and over and down. Straighten the left leg, bend the right. Make sure the knee is bent so that the foot is over the knee. Lift the right thigh up. Bring the right foot over the left leg and come back down. And lift up and over. So the front of the right pelvis, yes, is coming off of the mat. Lift up and go over and back down and up and over and back down. Stretch the right leg long. Reach the arms overhead. Now, right arm and right ribs lift up, left leg lifts up. Pelvis stays still. And down. Change sides. Up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pubic bone still coming forward. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And down. Up. And down. Last set. Up. And down. Last time. Up. And down. Bring your arms underneath your shoulders. Push back into a child's pose and stretch out your back. And then come on up to a little crouch. Move the band. Come to crouch as low as you can. standing on the soles of the balls of the feet. I know. So maybe the crouch is like this. That's fine too. Then you stretch your heels down to the floor and push your weight back so that the weight's on your feet and your pelvis is over your feet. And then you're going to slowly lengthen the spine long. Take a nice deep inhale so the fingertips will touch the floor. Lift the shoulders up. Exhale. Stand up. Bring the body with you. Okay. Sorry we're very late, but we started pretty late too. Thank you. I will meet you over there after I stop this one and that one. Great job, people. I have time for questions, so I think we have some. Be there.